Hi everyone, how you guys doing? Good to see you guys again here. Okay, is my voice loud and clear? If you can hear my voice clearly, yeah. Okay, type yes in the message box. Okay, all right, great. Good to see you guys again. Okay, all right. So I hope to find all of you here in great health. And today we're going to spend like probably 2 hours here to share with you how do you actually invite more prosperity into your life using BaZi. How about that? Okay. All right. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. So are you guys ready? Yeah, type the word yes if you're ready. Okay, all right. So now, as usual, let's start this by you actually doing some introduction here so I get to know where you are from. So type in the country where you're from right now in the chat box so can get to know you better. I saw Egypt, USA, Indonesia, Jakarta, Singapore. All right, and then let's go on UK, Philippines, Mexico. Okay, all right, so fast. Australia, Romania, Argentina. Okay, great, great. Kuala Lumpur, Bangkok, Slovakia, Spain, okay, Malaysia, UK, London, Switzerland, Austin, Texas. Okay, nice. Okay. So Cambodia, Indonesia. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in here today. Since all of you here come from different parts of the world, some of you might be very early in the morning, some of you late at night, right? Or some of you maybe at work as well. How many of you here at work right now? Okay, probably this is a lunchtime, or probably you're telling your boss you're actually doing a video conferencing. Okay, so okay, I see some of you actually at work. Okay, sweet. Okay, nice. Wow, so many of you actually at work. Okay, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, this is more important, yeah, than your work because work is your current moment, right? This one you're talking about future planning. Yeah, is your whether you can create a great destiny or not. Yeah, you make the right choice. Okay, for tuning in today. Don't tell your boss. Okay, so how to get this started here? First of all, let me just do a brief introduction about myself first. My name is Iverson Lee. I'm a consultant, speaker, and instructor from Joe Yap Consulting Group. And what I do on a daily basis, basically, I'm using Chinese metaphysics. Some of you might very new to this. Chinese metaphysics is a system and inside the system, there's like Bazi, Feng Shui, Qimeng Dunjia. I use this tool and this system here to help my clients, yeah, to actually achieve their goals and also solve some of their problems. So the fact that all of you here tuning in here today, I assume that either you have a goal to achieve or you have some problems you want to solve. I type the word yes if you belong to either of this category. Okay, there must be something missing, right? Either something you want to achieve more, or maybe something you want to get rid of. Okay, so and this is what I use Chinese metaphysics to help not only my clients. I started this actually using it for myself first, and as I can see the results that I'm getting. Yeah, and getting better and better. So therefore, I actually decided to actually use as much time, right, that I can here to help more people. So basically, I do two things. One of the part here, I actually do a lot of one-to-one consultation. Recently, I actually cut down a little bit there. So actually, this is one of the part I do, and I also do a lot of teaching as well. Teaching is I can actually impact more people, right? Because at one time I can talk to more people. So therefore, I slot a time for doing consultation. Yeah, but that one will take me a lot of time, right? Because I need to do one-to-one. So, but what I'm doing here today is actually I do one-to-many, right? I talk to all of you here, so I can better use of my time. So I actually use a lot of some of you wondering, right? Hey, I was saying, what are you actually uh, who is the person you're talking to? So due to my job, I have the privilege to work with people from different walks of life. It be from our CEO, business tycoon, politicians, and professionals, students, or anyone that they're having tough time right now, or they want to get themselves out of the rut. Right? How many of you here you have certain issue, tough time? Right, all of us here will go through that cycle, right? So yes, some of us here right now, we are in the darkness point or darkness time, right, in our life right now. So therefore, This is how I actually use metaphysics system, especially BaZi, to help myself 8 years ago, right? So I get to know this system here since 2013, right? Yes, 2013. And then I just use it sparingly, not until 2017, where I see results, then I start to use it every day. Okay, so I hopefully this today I can share with you some of the techniques that you can apply right after today's session. Yeah, because some of you here are very new, right? This is the first time here. You might wondering, will I able to benefit from today's session? The answer is yes, absolutely yes. Because if some of you follow me for quite some time, you know my style, right? I'm not really into like, understand the theoretical part of it and then do a lot of history, a lot of research. I don't do that. I'm more interested in results, right? I'm more interested on impact. I'm more interested in leverage. How can I use as little time as possible to create maximum impact? How many of you here like to do the same thing I'm doing, right? Or this is what I'm doing. So, and I know there are another group of people, they're focusing or they want to study the history, they know the why, right? So that part, I leave it to them, right? I don't do that because the way, is more like my nature, my style. I'll be more practical. Okay, so I say like if I use 1 hour of my time learning, I need to make sure that I get equivalent or if not better, more results that I expected, right? So I think this is how I use BaZi for results. So now, and let me ask you one question here first. Yeah, first, let me start this by asking all of you here one question. Are you happy with your life right now or not? Are you happy? Okay, some of you say no, some of you say yes. Okay, all right. Why am I asking you this question here? Because I want you to actually focus on, what specifically you want to achieve, right? So if you say no, you're not happy with it right now. So which means that there's always a gap, between where you are right now and where you want to be, isn't it? Right? There's always a gap. So why I'm asking you this question here? Because I want you to actually see there's a gap. Okay, so some of you say yes and no, right? Yes and no means it's no. Okay, so there's still a gap, right? So the gap. So why we use Chinese metaphysics? A lot of people are asking me, hey, Iverson, why are you learning? Why are you practicing metaphysics? Basically boils down to one thing. It's about closing the gap, right? So the gap between where you are and where you want to be, right? So is the gap now is big or is very narrow? You're almost getting there. And as all of you here might realize, the older we got, if we do nothing, the gap become wider and wider and become harder, isn't it? Right? So the reason, the very reason we learn Chinese metaphysics is to serve one purpose, is try to close the gap as fast as possible. Right. So therefore, all of you here might have different gap, right? So now, some of you, are you happy with your current job and your business or not? Do you love your current job? Some of you say yes, right? Yeah. Are you happy with your financial standing right now? Money. Okay. I know a lot of you say no, especially right now, right? We are in the verge of recession right now. So, and how about your relationship? Are you happy with it right now? Or are you happy with your energy level, your health status right now? Or it could be much more better. Okay, now let me ask you the most important question. Are you happy of who you become now? Who you become? Okay, compared to 10 years ago. Some of you say no, right? That is the most important question here. Because who you become will dictate your destiny, what you attract, what you're able to do now, right? Or what kind of situation or reward you might get right now, right? So if you're not happy with who you become compared to 2 years ago, this is the right place for you. This is the right session for you, because when we talk about BaZi, we're talking about the self, who we become, right? So, and if we become better, everything else will be better. So, and therefore, whenever we talk about prosperity here, so as you know, let me give you one thing I realized. Prosperity doesn't just happen to you. I want you to know this first. right? Let me just address the elephant in the room first. A lot of people think, can I just put items or I just activate suddenly prosperity come? No, right? Because prosperity, in order to attract prosperity, it requires a plan. How many of you here agree with this? It requires some work. Okay, this is not like something like selling snake oil or something, buy something. No, require a plan. So the goal here today, hopefully I can structure a way that I can tell you how to actually develop this plan of prosperity. How many of you here like that? The plan. Yeah, prosperity, that's a plan to it. Okay, so do you have a prosperity plan or not? If you're not, probably hopefully this session to help you to kickstart one. So not only you can achieve success in 2023, but also beyond, right? So, and I will say that the reason, right? The reason people don't achieve prosperity in life, first of all, we need to define first, right? What prosperity means. Now, let me ask you, what is prosperity means to you? Yeah, type in the chat box right now. Yeah, I want to know. What does it mean to you? Okay, some of you say money is good. Okay, so good life, great. Okay, Elaine Wong say abundance. Okay, nice. Okay, Beverly Williams say freedom. Good, I like that. Okay, do you realize that all of you have a different definition of the word prosperity? Okay, so if you just take a quick search online, right? Prosperity talking about the state of thriving or the state of being successful, right? So, but the thing here is the definition of successful is different for every single one here, correct or not, right? So I would say that prosperity is about getting what you want in life, right? Because if you got what you want, you become happy, right? If you're happy, you're prosper. Agree or not? Right? So it's about a plan to get what you want. Once you get what you want, you're already successful, right? Your term of successful could be different from everyone else, and it need not be the same, right? So the thing here is like this. I discovered that because I'm a consultant, I talk to different people. I discovered that 95% of the people, they want to change their destiny for better. How many of you here want to change your destiny for better? Of course, everyone does, right? So, but the only problem is most of them don't want to be the change. Okay, they want to change their destiny, but they don't want to be a change. So if they don't want to initiate a change, they don't want to be the catalyst of change, do you think that actually they can actually achieve prosperity? No. Okay. Yeah. So if you, how many of you here, you want to be the catalyst of change? You are committed to this. You say, I had enough this year. Yeah, this moment I want to change. How many of you here already reached that state right now? Okay, great. So now, if you already have that kind of momentum, that kind of drive, then the next question comes into your mind is about which system would I use, right? So a lot of people also asking me the same question, right? I was saying, if I want to change my life, there are so many systems in Chinese metaphysics. There's feng shui, there's Qigong, there's I Ching, there's BaZi, right? Which one to start first? So I will always recommend everyone, all of you here, to always start with BaZi. Okay, why? Right? Because I think all of you here will agree with me when I say that all changes in life started with self. Yeah, yourself. Yeah, the moment you change the way you think, right, you start to feel differently, right? You start to take different action, right? You start to make different decisions in life. Agree or not? Right? So therefore, BaZi is a system talking about the self. So are you guys clear? Because some of you are asking, right? Oh, I want to learn so many things. Which one I should start first? I'm beginner, but I want to make my life become better. Right. So back when I started this, my whole goal of learning Chinese metaphysics is to actually improve my finance. Right. I want to make more money because that time I'm struggling financially. So what I did is I learned BaZi. And what do I look for? Look for a way to become better as a person. Right. So to become more valuable. So this is the part I'm using BaZi. Are you guys clear? Yeah. If some of you have dilemma, you don't know which system to use. Now you're clear. Yeah, there are no ambiguity here. It's about BaZi. Okay, so that's precisely what we're going to talk about today, right? We only talk about BaZi, and BaZi. Yeah, because you always need to start with that. Think about this, right? If you actually say, oh, I want to start with feng shui, or feng shui to help me or make me more hardworking. Feng shui cannot do that for you, right? If you like to procrastinate, feng shui cannot unprocrastinate you, right? Feng shui need you to work first before the feng shui to work. It requires participation, right? You say, oh no, I want to use Shimon to manifest a dream job for me. Think about this, even you can get a dream job. And if you are not skillful enough, you are not the right person, will you able to sustain that job for long term or not? No, you'll get fired, right? So don't you realize everything has to back to ourselves first? So therefore, that's the system that I started with. So I have a very interesting experience, right? Last time, before I know BaZi, that time, I actually consulted a so-called BaZi practitioner, or some of you might say fortune teller. Yeah, that one is very young. That time I was I think 19. Yeah, I think it's 19 or 20 years old. Then, I asked about career. This is a old guy. Then I asked him, I go with my friends. So that time, I don't really know what BaZi is. It's more like entertainment to me that time, just since my friend is asking or getting a consultation from this old guy, then I follow along. So, and once it come to my turn, then I only asked him one question that time, will I become rich or not? Right? I know it's not a good question to ask, but at the time I'm still a kid, right? That's all in my mind. I say, will I become rich or not? And then he say, this old guy, he looked at me and then stare at me for a while and then look back at the chart. Then that was it. Is this something wrong? Yeah, in my mind at that time. Yeah, why you look at my face and then look at the chart again? And then he paused for like few seconds and then he say, according to your chart, the maximum you can go is just a general clock. A clock? Yeah, so if you were me that time, how would you feel? He say maximum. Okay, the maximum achievement or the furthest you can go, it just become a general clock. Then I asked him, right, oh my God, right? In my mind, I think, oh my God. And then I asked him, Master, what can I do then? Right? So can I change this or not? He say, my solution for you here is stay low profile and lead a quiet life for the rest of your life. Don't rock the boat. You know how depressing it is to hear something like this, right? Yeah, so that is the exact advice I got that time. And luckily that time, I don't know much about BaZi, right? So it doesn't really affect me the most. At that time, I just go there for like an entertainment. I just tag along. Right? So that time, yes, I must admit, when I heard that during that time, I'm not really happy with the answer. Yeah, but I forget about it. Yeah, but since after that, after 10 years, I learned about BaZi, and then I recall back, this incident here. And it's like this. So now when I'm looking back right now, I say, hey, how my life right now is very different from what he predicted, right? So, and I discovered that is a mass different. It's not about BaZi is not accurate, but it's more on the way we look at BaZi. Because in the old days, when we actually when they practice BaZi, the way they sing BaZi is about acceptance, right? If you have this kind of chart, then your action plan, your solution is to accept it. That's exactly the advice I got, right? He asked me to stay low profile and lead a quiet life, right? So it's a lot got to do with acceptance. Or your life, you're going to actually like some advice they tell the lady, right? You're going to have multiple husbands. You just accept it is your destiny. The kind of thing, right? So it's more into the acceptance mode. Yeah, but in the way I see BaZi, instead of more acceptance, I like to see in a form of awareness. Right? Don't you think it's more important? Yeah, so even though we look at the same BaZi chart, some people looking for acceptance, or it's like this, I'm going to accept it. But for me, it's more awareness, because if I aware what is stopping me from getting what I want, then can I change or not? Agree? Right? So next time, how many of you here actually get a consultation before with BaZi? A BaZi consultant or BaZi practitioner of a fortune teller, whatever you call this. So if you got one, let's say someone told you that you cannot be an entrepreneur, for example, right? Just say no, right? So then now my advice for you, if you get this kind of consultation, you need to ask the master or the consultant why. Okay. Yeah, you cannot just accept no, it's easy, maybe he don't know how to answer you, he just give you a safe answer, just saying no. Right? So you don't know, right? So since you actually is a professional consultation, you actually pay this person money, I think you have the right to ask why. Okay. Yeah. So if you ask why, then if he told you what's stopping you from become an entrepreneur, then you know what to change. Make sense or not? Okay. So I still remember last time I also asked this question. Yeah, this is a different master. I asked, yeah, can I actually run my own business and do my own thing or not? Then the master told me no. Okay, I said no. Then I asked him why. And then he said, okay, Iverson, according to your chart, you cannot take risks. So therefore, you cannot become a business person. Yeah, because you're risk averse. Okay, now I know the answer, right? So is it a better answer rather than no? So, okay, since I cannot take risks, then I can find a solution. So is it possible for me to run a low risk business or not? How about that? Right? Not all business is high risk, right? Right? Yeah. So then I actually think about list down all the business as low risk. Then I start doing it. Okay. Does it make sense? Right. So now we are talking about, instead of just accepting the answer is no, yeah, I'm asking why, so I aware what's stopping me, then I can do something different. Yeah, therefore, there's always 2A in life, right? Acceptance or awareness. Now tell me, which mode of BaZi you want to learn? Acceptance or awareness? Okay, awareness, right? Because if you aware, yeah, awareness is the first step of change. So this is how I use BaZi as well, right? So now let's some of you might thinking, what is BaZi, right? So I think all of you here need to have your BaZi ready, so I can show you how do you fetch or derive information about yourself, right? So now I want everyone to take out your BaZi chart. So just in case you haven't got one yet, or you're very new to this, so I'm going to actually share the screen right now. Okay, can you see on the screen right now? Yeah, there you go. This is the BaZi chart a link where you can actually click on it, and you can use the QR code to scan, so you can actually get your chart ready. Yeah, this is you need this chart to actually use for today training session here today. Okay, so are you guys ready? Yeah, do you have your BaZi chart ready next time? Right, so you know that if you're attending a webinar or a training that say there's a word BaZi, right? Like the title here says what? Inviting prosperity into your life, right? Using what? BaZi. Yeah, I always leave a clue in the name, so you got yourself prepared. Okay, no excuse that you don't have one. Okay, all right. So now, in a BaZi chart, right, there are so many information. There are so many information you can derive from the chart. Yeah, I would say that they're talking about your social circle, your business, your career, your character, your relationship, your fulfillment in life, and also your luck as well. Yeah? So all the major important things, and also important event that happen in your life that define who you are. Yeah, all of this information can be derived from the chart. So if you're someone very new to this, of course, there's so many information. Don't worry. So we're going to walk you through a very simple step-by-step process, so you can learn how to analyze your BaZi right after this session. Okay, and by the way, right, so I'm going to have a bonus announcement in the end of today's session. Do you like bonus? Do you like bonus? Yeah, okay. So you like bonus, and then I'm going to actually share with you announce one bonus by the end of this session. Yeah, and also if I have some Q&A, I'm going to dedicate the last part of today's session to answer some of your questions. Yeah, it's very hard for me to answer now, right? Because so many questions popping up. So I want to finish the content first. Are you guys okay? So to leave the Q&A to the end. Okay, at the end, we're going to do the Q&A if you have any questions, because I know that some of you here are very new, you need to ask some question. Okay, all right. So since you're ready, so I'm going to talk about the 5 principles. Yeah, the 5 principles to invite prosperity into your party chart, right? So it's just like a plan, right? Prosperity plan. And the thing here is a lot of people think to invite prosperity or create a life is complicated. Yeah, no, actually it's not. Yeah, the most profound things in life actually is very simple. Most of the time is we make things complicated. Agree? Okay, so now let me start with the first must-have or the first principles, yeah, that can invite prosperity in your life that you must achieve. Okay, so let me share with you first the first principle. Okay, there you go. Yeah, the first principle here is freedom. Yeah, as simple as the word it is, right? Is one must have if you want to actually invite prosperity into your life. So now let me ask you one question first. Who control your life right now? Who control your schedule? Yeah, where you should be at certain time. A lot of people like to think is ourselves, right? You know, the fact we need to actually go to work from 9 to 5, yeah, your boss control your location, at least on that time, right? We are not entirely free. Do you guys agree? If you have more control in your life, you can choose to work or choose not to work. Let's say today you say, I choose not to work. I want to eat pizza in a different state. I want to actually take a aeroplane flight to that. I will say that is freedom. Agree? So in Pacha, yeah, so the first thing about prosperity is about freedom. So now tell me, how do we actually reach to a state where we can control our own schedule? Yeah, we decide what to do at any point of time, right? Whenever we want to be, with who we want to be with, right? So what needs to happen first? I want to think a little bit. Okay, all right. Yeah, what needs to happen for you to have more freedom? Where you can say, I choose to work today, I chose not to work today. You have that kind of freedom. Okay, when you have strong finance, right? So you have you have strong financial reserve. So in Pacha, especially in auxiliary star study, there are 1 star called heavenly wealth. Yeah, heavenly wealth. So let me tell you what this heavenly wealth means. Yeah, by just the name itself, the word heavenly must be something vast, right? So heavenly wealth represents unlimited wealth, right? So which means that it's not your salary, because your salary is always a ceiling, right? So heavenly wealth represent unlimited wealth, represent abundance, represent prosperity, or sometimes it could represent windfall as well. Okay, so do you want to know whether you have this heavenly wealth in your chart or not? In Cantonese, we call this Tin Choi Sing. Okay, all right, so it's a heavenly wealth star. Okay, now I want all of you here to take out your Pacha chart. Okay, so if you learned Pacha before, this heavenly wealth star, let me take out my iPad here. Heavenly wealth star, if you want to check whether you have this or not, let me share a sample chart on the screen first. Okay, all right, so there you go. Now on the screen, I'm going to share with you a Pacha chart. Hold on, I think something not connecting. Just give me a sec here. Okay, I think it's done now. Okay, all right. So now, do you see a sample Pacha chart? Okay, heavenly wealth in Pacha appear as indirect wealth. IW. Okay, IW is your heavenly wealth star. Yeah, in Pacha. It's just using a different name. So now, I want you to look at your chart right now to see, do you have any indirect wealth here or not? Do you see any indirect wealth here? So where do you look? You look for the top here. Do you see any? For this person, don't have, right? So if I look at the bottom part here, do I see any IW? For this person, no. Okay, so how about you? You check your chart right now to see whether you have this heavenly wealth star or not. Let me see another chart. Okay, how about this? Okay, for this chart, I see one here. You see one IW here, right? And then I see one IW here, and then I see one IW here. Okay, so this person have a IW star, so which means that got heavenly wealth. So heavenly wealth star, they have a tendency, to create unlimited wealth out of sudden. So therefore, these are one of the prosperity star in budget. Okay, so some of you don't have. Don't worry, don't fret out first, right? So I know some of you don't have, and but I just want to tell you what it means first, right? So it means that, this star here, if you have this, you can actually work on commission-based job where your income is unlimited, because there are no restriction or a ceiling, that actually, or a capping about your wealth element, right? So we like to have this star. If you don't have, don't worry. Maybe you check your husband's chart whether he has it or not. Okay, it's a good stuff to have. You don't need to have a lot. At least one. Okay. So some people say, oh, is it windfall also represent lottery luck? It could be. Okay. But although I don't advise you to buy lottery because most of the time, you can't hit it, right? So it's the probability is very small. But this star nevertheless also could represent windfall as well. Okay, so have it is better than you don't have it. Okay, so and now how many of you here don't have this star, this heavenly wealth star in your chart? You don't have it. Okay, if you don't have it, do you want to know a different way you still can get your wealth? How about that? I'm going to share with you right now. Do you want to know this or not? Okay, great. So, and how do we do this here? Now I'm going to share with you a way for you to tap into the wealth energy by using the annual energy for 2023. Okay, because now we already reached almost to the end of 2022. So it makes sense that we actually look at 2023 chart right now, right, to see what kind of energy we can tap into. So I prepared the 2023 chart here. So I just prepared, I just uploaded to the shared screen right now. Do you see the chart right now? Okay, so this is the 2023 chart. And if you look at this chart here, it indicates that the wealth element is fire element. Okay, is a fire element. So which means that, first of all, I want you to check, is your chart contains fire element or not? Do you have any fire element? Okay, all right, good. If you don't know, let's say you don't know what is fire element, let me show you. Okay, so look at I'll now show you the 10 steps, right? So now we look at fire, right? Fire, there are two. Either is this ping or ting. Okay, ping or ting fire. These two stars represent the wealth energy in 2022. 2023. So if you want to actually see whether you can actually attract prosperity, into your budget chart, this depends whether you have this fire element or not. Okay, so now let me repeat again. I know some of you are very new to this. Look under the fire column as shown on the screen right now. So you check your budget chart. Do you have any ping or ting? Only two, because one yang, one is yin, right? So either you have or you don't. So type yes if you have it. If you don't have, type the word no. Very simple. Okay, all right. So let me show you how to locate this one time. So for this person, let's say I want to know, do I actually have this wealth energy for 2023 or not? So now, let's do this, right? So the place we look at is this part only, the natal chart. Okay, so now, do you see a fire element here? Do you see one? Yes, yeah, for this person is here, right? Okay, and is there any other fire element in the chart? No. Now this person got one. All right. So now the next thing I want you to know is, where is this fire element located? It could either located in either of these four pillars, either in the year or the month or the day or the hour pillar. Top or bottom doesn't matter. So for this example here, where is this fire element located? For this example, year. All right, great. Yeah, so not your chart right now, right? Look at the example right now. Where is this fire element located? Here, right? Does the wealth element located somewhere else? No, right? Only in the year. So now your chart, you might actually have it all over the places. Maybe it's in the year, the month, hour, and the day, right? You can have it in all over the places, or you can have it in the one or two pillars. I don't know. Some of you don't even have it. All right. So now I want to tell you, yeah, how can you tap to this energy if you able to locate one in your chart? Are you guys ready? Okay. Yeah. How do you tap to this prosperity in 2023? Would you like to know this? Yeah. Is it important for you? You want to become, the first keyword here is freedom, right? If you can go to that, you do the things more, then you can attract more prosperity. So now, if your wealth element or the fire, if the fire located in the year pillar, remember there are year, month, day, and hour, right? If you're located in the year pillar, it means that your wealth, or the way to invite wealth prosperity into your chart, is through mass influence. So if you want to become like a social media influential, you want to become a KOL, key opinion leader, or you're going to do more networking, that is where your wealth coming from. Or if you're running your own business, it could be global expansion or presence. That one would be in the year pillar, right? Because the year pillar represents the most external pillar. So therefore, it actually talking about social media exposure, networking, mass expansion. So if you have it in the year pillar, so this year maybe you can make a lot of money, by actually building your social media brand. How many of you here ready to do this? You know it's so important, right? You need to increase your followers because you have something to give. You have something to share with them. And hopefully in return, you can actually make some money as well because you add more value to them, right? So you have it in the year pillar. So 2023, that's where your prosperity star is. Okay? All right. So do you like this piece of information or not? Right? At least you know what to do, right? Where is the wealth energy coming from? Now, let's move on. The second one we're going to talk about is this, the month pillar. All right. So if your fire element appears in the month pillar, so the keyword for you is peak performance. So which means that you need to focus on your impact. Do you adding value or not? Are you a contributor in your work or not? Right. So it's all about peak performance. Are you being effective? Are you being value added to the company? Are you important? Right. So which means that if you have it in the month, very likely, your work, if you do a great work, you will get recognized, you might get promoted, and you might get rewards financially. Okay, how many of you here resides, your fire element resides in the month pillar? Have the word me. Now you know what to do, right? Improve your skill, right? Market yourself, right? Look at which area you can add value to the company. Okay, great. Yeah, so exactly this is what you need to do, right? Forget about becoming a social influencer. Okay, if you have in a month, focus on your job. Nice. Okay. All right. Cool. So someone say, okay, I'm self-employed, running your own boss. Then what does it mean? So now you need to add more value to who? Your customer, more than anyone can expect. You have in a month. Okay. All right. Great. So now, next one. Next one is let's say the fire element resides in the day. If it resides in the day, in the day pillar, which means that you can turn your hobby into business. So basically, I'm referring to side gigs. So now you need to ask yourself, do you have something you want to start or not? That you've been talking all this while, you keep telling everyone, all your friends, all your relatives since 5 years ago, but nothing happened yet. You know what I'm talking about? Right? So if that is who that I'm describing just now, then and you also discover that you have a fire element in your day pillar, now you need to tell yourself, it's the time. It's my time. Okay, to make something big. Okay, cool. So if you have it there, you have this ability, yeah, to turn your hobby into business or your side gig. How many of you here in the day pillar and you already have a plan to do something? Type that with me. So there will be no other better time than 2023, yeah, to kickstart this. Okay. All right. Nice. So is this piece of information useful for you? And you also can use this information to help your friends, your family members, maybe your children, right? If they need some advice, right? Yeah. So this is how you use the annual energy for 2023. Okay, nice. Now, the next one is in the hour. If your fire element appears in the hour pillar, if it's in the hour pillar, it means that, you know, this year you are blessed with wealth creation ideas. You know so many ways to make money. Yeah, but the thing here is it's just ideas. All right. Okay, doesn't mean you're going to do it. So I would say that you have it in the hour pillar. I want you to have a smartphone or notes handy. So whenever you have certain great ideas, I want you to write it down. Yeah, otherwise you might forget it, yeah, after an hour or two. So write down, yeah, take note, lock it down. Then yeah, you those ideas will be a wealth creation ideas. Okay, a big wealth creation ideas. So this is the one that you can actually look into. How many of you here discover you have a fire in your hour pillar? Hour pillar. Okay, so many. Great. Okay, nice. Okay, I like this one a lot, right? Because now you are the genius in money making. Yeah, this is how you tap to that prosperity start. Yeah, for 2023 for you. Okay, now let's address those that don't have the wealth element. Okay, yeah, some of you already crying, and then some of you keep asking, why me, why me? All right, so shall I talk to all of you here? For those that have zero fire in your chart. So first of all, let me see, is those person exist or not? Yeah, how many of you here is zero? You do have any fire element in your natal chart? Okay, all right, I see a few of you. Okay, wow, so many of you here. Okay, great. That warrants me to talk about this topic. So if you don't have fire element, do you want to know the solution? Okay, very easy. Take a look at your luck pillar first. Yeah, maybe your luck pillar have, right? So where do you look for luck pillar? Yeah, some of you are new. Let me show you where is the luck pillar resides. Okay, so I zoom out a little bit here. So the luck pillar is this. This is the luck pillar. Okay, luck pillar talking about the phases of your life or the cycle of your life for every 10 years. So which cycle that you belongs to right now is highlighted in this color. Okay, this is what we call the luck pillar. It will keep moving forward after every 10 years. So for this person currently is in this luck pillar, and I want to look, do you see any ping and ting or not? If you don't have it at the top, so this is the last chance for you. Okay, after this, no more backup plan. So for this person, I need not to look at the luck pillar because I already have it here, right? You see, I already have it in a year, so it's fine. So let's say I don't have it here, so I look at the luck pillar to check whether this is the last resort. Okay, whether you have either ping or ting or not. So now look back at your chart. If you have 0 on top first, right? If you already have it there, you don't need to write the luck pillar. So if you have 0 on top and then now you discovered that the saving grace, in the luck pillar itself. So it's a good thing. How many of you here, you have 0 at the top, but you found fire element in the luck pillar? Okay, great. Okay, so you have it in the luck pillar is good. So then now, what is a wise for you? So you have it in the luck pillar, you have fire there. It means that your prosperity or your wealth luck can come through your surrounding. Because luck pillar represent external pillar, it could represent certain news that you heard. All right, maybe certain companies want to go IPO, you know it beforehand, there's some news, so, or the environment, or maybe the trend you are actually observing and wow, this is the upcoming trend coming, so I better do something about it, I better sell this product. Yeah, so it's all about environment. So if you have in the luck pillar, remember one thing, pay attention to your surrounding. Okay, you need to be alert. Okay, your sensory acuity must be sharp. That is the luck pillar. Okay, all right, because I noticed some of you asked about luck pillar, right? Are you guys clear? If you have in a luck pillar, if you are clear, type the word yes, what to do. Okay, nice. Is it fun to learn Pazi this way? Yeah, it's cool, right? Now at least you know what to do. Even this first piece of information, yeah, you really know how to act on it. So the next thing here is to build a plan, right, around this, yeah, to achieve something great in 2023 moving forward. Okay, now let's talk to the other group of people that they don't have fire in their natal chart, and then they try to look in the luck pillar, also don't have, which means that 0 fire at all. They look left, they look right, there are no help available. Who belong to this category right now? Type the word yes. Yeah, if you belong to this, you're 0. Oh my God. Okay, all right. So can I advise you what you can do about it? Okay, if you're 0, you need to do more first. First of all, are you willing to do more? Are you willing to work? If you're 0, you keep complaining, but you don't willing to do more, then I cannot help you. So let me ask you first. Yeah, let's make a deal first. Are you willing to put some extra effort on the thing I'm going to about to tell you? Okay? All right. So now, listen, if the answer is yes, you need to actually plot all the friends, Pazi chart, someone you know, and then you filter out those person don't have fire element. Okay, that one will not be your best friend in 2023. Okay, filter out those that same like you don't have the fire element, and then you look for those friends that have the fire element in the hour pillar. Okay, and invite them for lunch and dinner. That's it. Simple, right? Why in the hour pillar? Because if someone, remember just now when I say that if the fire element is in the hour pillar, which represent the wealth, therefore they have a lot of great ideas about making money, right? So you invite them for lunch or dinner, talk to them, then ask about, discuss about projects, discuss about idea creation. Some people might have ideas, but they don't take action. Maybe they're lazy, right? So might as well you make it for good use, right? So I think it's better that way. So therefore, I told all of you here, you to put extra effort. Okay, list down all your friends or anyone you know at this, right? You find a way to get the hour chart. Okay, now I give you a solution. Find a way. Some of you say, oh, I don't know the hour pillar. Ask. Okay, so yeah, how many of you here have it in the hour pillar? Your fire element. Now you see so many. Yeah, what I just did, I just asked. You have all the answer for you right now, right? Yeah, talk to those person. Yeah, they might be useful for you. Yeah, of course, you buy them lunch. Right? You cannot be so stingy. You want information, but you want to do AA style. No, cannot. Right? Buy them lunch. Right? Ask properly. Build relationship first. Okay. Don't first meeting. Hey, tell me what is your idea about wealth. No one will tell you. Okay, I'm guaranteed. Okay. Okay, nice. Find a way. Some of you say I don't know the hour of chart, then find a way. Yeah, let me teach you some way, right? Last time we want to find someone our year of birth, right? Let's say I talk to a lady, right? I say that, those person that born in a certain hour, yeah, might have the chance to meet a wealthy husband. Right? Do you know that? I tell them, then they'll say, oh, yeah, wow, it's so interesting. How can you say that? I say, very easy. Let me check out for you. Yeah, tell me what is your hour of birth. Do you think they're willing to give you willingly? Of course, right? Because now you become valuable. Yeah, I think you need to use your own way, right? To get creative, to get it done. So, yeah, you will find a way. That's why I told all of you here just now, you will do some work. Okay? All right, cool. So my job here is to tell you what to do, right? So how to get there, you'll find a way, your own creative way. Start with your close friend. Right? You can say, I give a free parter consultation. Yeah, for 10 of my closest friend. Then you got 10 charts already. Nice. Okay. All right, write down. This is the next thing to do. Yeah, now you don't say that I don't give you a solution. All right. There's always a solution to everything. Okay, great. I see some of you already making friends here already. Okay, nice. So let's do more, right? So there's so much more to cover here. So are you guys do you have any questions so far? Okay, some of you say, can you be my friend already? Okay, great. So shall we move on to the second one? Okay, the second one here is this. The second way to invite prosperity, yeah, into your life is something you must able to do this. In your life, you must constantly strive to the next level. Yeah, so if you are the same level where compared to where you are last year, obviously you're not actually going to the next level, so you cannot tap to the prosperity energy. Okay, so now why we need to go to the next level? Next level is nothing more than you actually making progress. Okay, you need not to make creating breakthrough. Right, breakthrough scares a lot of people. Let's say if you're able to make 5% or even 10% more money than you were last year, is it a progress? Is it a progress? Yes, it is. Right? So if your happiness increased 5% compared to last year, it's a good progress. So therefore, a lot of people say, right, hey, how do I increase my happiness? Yeah, there's only one truth, there's only one principle. Yeah, making progress, because progress equal happiness. Okay? So if you look at Chinese metaphysics perspective, also the same between wood and fire element. I won't bore you with detail, but I just give you this thing here. So now, what's stopping us from making progress? That's the next question people will ask, right? Okay, yeah, what's stopping us really? By right, we should know we should make progress, right? What's stopping us to do that? Yeah, maybe you can type in the chat box about what you think. Okay, some of you fear. Okay, great. Comfort, laziness. Okay, yeah, very honest. Good. Yeah, so now let me share with you how the metaphysics point of view see this. So the reason of what's stopping us of making progress because of one thing is about what we tolerate, because we always get what we tolerate. Yeah, what you're willing to tolerate will create your reality, therefore create your destiny, right? If you tolerate with your low income right now, what will you get? Yeah, tolerate means that you're still okay with it. Yeah, you complain here and there, but you don't really make changes, which means you're still able to tolerate. Yeah, if you are someone that can tolerate with an abusive relationship, what would you get? Abusive relationship, right? You're there. You don't run away, right? So you get, if you're able to tolerate with your current living standard, or if you're willing to tolerate with your slacking behavior, yeah, if you're willing to tolerate with bullies, or what if you able to tolerate with all your excuses, or you tolerate with disrespect? Someone disrespect you, but you're willing to tolerate, what you will get more disrespect. So in summary, we always got what we tolerate. Okay, so if you still can tolerate on something, you won't have the drive to overcome the resistance to become better. Make sense? Right? So now I want you to look back on yourself. What are you tolerating right now? I know a lot of people keep complaining about their job, right? Yeah, I have a couple of friends also like that. They keep complaining about their job, but they never leave the company. So which means, do you think they can tolerate or not? Yes, they still can tolerate, right? If they cannot tolerate, they already moved to somewhere else, right? I don't care what they say, right? Everyone can talk a good game, right? I always observe what they do. They complete for the last 10 years, but they're still in the same company. So how many of you here have the privilege to have some friends like this in your life? Type the word me. They talk a good game, but they do nothing. And they always have a lot of excuses to protect themselves, or what I call defense mechanism. Okay. All right. Yeah. So now the good thing here in BaZi, there are certain years, yeah, that you say that I can no longer tolerate this anymore. Yeah, I must change. Have you experienced those moments before? You say, I had it enough. Never again. Yeah, this relationship, I cannot take it anymore. Or there's an abusive boss, you say, this is enough. I need to make a stand. Yeah, I must have my own dignity. I need to stand up for myself. Yeah, there's a point, right? When you reach to that point, great things will happen, right? That's the point where you can inviting prosperity into your life. So therefore, in BaZi, that point of you can no longer tolerate is related to 7 killings. Okay, have you heard about this 7 killings? So 7 killings in short form means enough is enough. Like some of you typing here, right? Sam Kit, Chin Hua Cho, TS say enough is enough, right? Yeah, that is 7 killings. So a lot of people, yeah, afraid of 7 killings, right? But they don't know this is a star that can inviting new things in your life, inviting prosperity, because you no longer tolerate abuse. You no longer tolerate the standard that you're living in, right? If you're living in a place, a shabby place, if you're still okay with it, you won't change your environment. You don't have the drive to do it. But you say, hey, I cannot tolerate with my living environment anymore. What is this, right? So I deserve better. That point is 7 killing. So now, do you need, or would you like to actually go through 7 killings or not? To a point that you no longer tolerate, therefore you make a change, you raise your standard. Do you like this? Okay, so many yeses here, right? Okay, but yet a lot of people are afraid of 7 killings. Now, do you have a different perspective what 7 killing is? Okay, so now, do you want to know whether you have these 7 killings in 2023 or not? Do you want to know this? Okay, let me show you. Okay, give me a sec here. I'm going to bring out a chart. Okay, all right. So 7 killings for 2023 is G. Under Earth, look at the Earth column here. So you see the G here. So now you check back on your chart. Do you have this G or not? JI, or this Chinese character? if you have this, you are actually attracting 7 killings for next year. Okay, so if you have it, you must know right now, right, which one or which aspect in my life I cannot tolerate anymore. Right? Maybe all this while you are okay with overweight, right, with extra fats. Yeah, but if you go through 7 killings, you say I had enough. My standards are higher than this. I deserve better, our healthier body. Okay, all right. So now this is the point where you'll no longer tolerate certain things in your life. Therefore, old days, or some people afraid of 7 killings because people don't like pain, right? People want just go through their life, nothing happen. They just watch or just observing the sky, do nothing. People like that. But if there's a change, people always interpreting as a bad thing. Yeah, but it's not, right, because changes could be good as well. Yes, it's painful at first because all of us here we are habit of creature. Sorry, we are the creature of habit. So therefore, this is the when there's a changes happen, the first thing we feel uncomfortable. That is 7 killings. So if you go through if you go through 2023 with 7 killings, yeah, which means that it's a great thing, right? So if you go through 7 killings and if you do nothing, what will happen? Right? You cannot take it anymore, but you still do nothing, you'll be depressed, right? Right? Because you feel powerless, you feel helpless. So you must do something. So now let me give you some details here. Do you like to learn parts this way? Yeah, now you see 7 killings in a very different way already, right? Okay, nice. So now if this G Earth resides in the year or the month, either one, year pillar or month pillar, is something got to do with your job or your business that you'll no longer tolerate. Okay. Yeah, if in the month or the year. Okay. So if it's in the day or the hour, it could be something got to do with relationship. Maybe you have some toxic friends you want to get rid of, or there are certain behavior of your spouse. You need to remind them, hey, this is not right. I cannot tolerate this anymore, right? So can do this. Or you saw something got to do with health, right? Because the day or the hour represent internal. So maybe you're eating junk food every day. Now you say, hey, this has to stop. Right. So therefore, I cannot tolerate myself eating all these things anymore. Yeah, I feel like, I'm slacking. So this is the part of it. So if you have this, ask yourself in advance what you no longer tolerate. And when you go through 7 killing years, yeah, you'll find the drive to change it. Okay. All right. Great. Yeah, this is the next level you need to go to. How many of you here like to learn BaZi more after this? Yeah, there's a lot of things you can learn from BaZi. Okay, are you ready? Yeah, for the third point. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, the third thing here. Okay, the third principles of prosperity is come from consistency. Okay, you might need to actually write this down. This is very important. Yeah, so let me explain to you why first. Right, so because nowadays we live in this insta result mentality, or what we call microwave mentality, right? People wanting fast. Yeah, just like they have this lottery winner expectation, right? They want to be the winner, but they didn't know in order for them to win, there are millions of losers. Yeah, it's not so easy. They want something fast. But let me tell you, right? People want nowadays, they don't have patience, right? If they do something that is not working for 1 week, then they'll concluded that it's not working anymore. So therefore, if you want to invite prosperity in life, you need to cultivate the habit of consistency. Yeah, this is very important because let me tell you one thing, one good news. How many of you want good news? Okay, let me tell you one. Success. I think all of you here want success, right? Success actually is very simple. Okay, let me repeat again. Success in life is very simple, but it's not easy. You might think, right? What? Yeah, simple but not easy. What does it mean? Yeah, because our success is just a result of small, smart choices repeatedly, consistently over time. Okay? Small, smart choices repeated consistently over time. So small choices means that it's a simple. Yeah, the hardest part is you need to be consistent. Agree? Right? Like everyone know that it's simple just to walk 5 minutes every single day around the block. Yeah, it's easy. It's also easy not to do, right? You can start one day and then after 2 weeks, you give up. You say, oh, it's not working, right? So something caught up. So, and we didn't know that all of this, when we observe a lot of people successful, it's not about one big thing they do suddenly they're successful. It's every single little thing that they do, right? That is so subtle that you might not see effect immediately. Yeah. For example, like every day they chose to eat vegetable instead of a burger for breakfast. They substitute it. Yeah. It might not look there's a big effect in one day or even 1 week, but in long run, yeah, you see this person become healthier, right? So but a lot of people don't like to do this, right? Because they want, give me a pill, right? Once I eat, I want to become healthy. Yeah, I would say that success, there are no shortcut. So think about this. If you want to become good in butter, right? You want to become good in butter. If you just read 1 page of butter book per day, 1 page only, every day if you commit yourself, after 3 months, would you be good in butter or not? It's easy, right? 1 page per day. It's simple. Yeah, but if you want to repeat it consistently, then you give up, right? Because when you do something consistently, why people giving up is because when you do the same thing over and over again, you get bored, right? And sometimes you feel lonely because you're only the one doing it. A lot of hard work, and you might feel as well along the way. So there's a lot of disappointment as well, right? So therefore, but those person who succeed, they go through all this. So which means that no matter how they feel, they still actually pursue doing what they're supposed to do. So this is the thing that create or attract prosperity. Okay, so now in Barter chart, which element govern consistency is yang fire. Okay, let me share the screen first. I think you guys know yang fire, right? Let me see whether I can share or not. Okay. Okay, you see under the fire, you see this ping. Now you check your chart, do you have this ping or not? Okay, some of you have, some of you don't, right? So we have this yang fire. This yang fire govern consistency. Yeah, Steve Jobs have this, right? There are some great leaders. Bill Gates have this. Yeah, because they know that success is not one single event. Think about this. Everyone want to be happy, right? How do you become happy? Tell me. Yeah, how do you make yourself become happy? Yeah, is it you wait for the grand wedding or the vacation once a year? No, right? If you want to become happy consistently, those big vacation or grand wedding only happen in a moment, right? What happened after that? Yeah, you're going to go back to your same level. You might feel depressed again, right? If you're hoping for a big promotion or grand wedding or dream vacation. Yeah, but the true happiness is your ability to become happy when you are just having a walk in the park, having a simple conversation with your friends, right? Maybe reading a book. Yeah, so all these little, maybe having a breakfast or just knowing that you're alive. So when we able to become happy over little things that seems that a lot of people are taking for granted, if we able to have this consistency of it, do you think you can create long-lasting happiness as well? Guys? Right? Because you already build the muscle of happiness over repeatedly every single day. without need to wait for a grand thing to happen in your life. That is consistency. Do you find this useful? Right? So the yang fire, you have it, the yang fire in your chart, you have this consistency power. Nice. So now tell me, share with in the chat box right now, how many of you here have this yang fire in the chart? Okay, all right, nice. Wow, so many of you here. Great. So now let me give you one more piece of information. Since yang fire, why yang fire represent consistency? Because it's a fire of the sun, right? Fire always rise from the east and set in the west, right? So they keep doing the same thing over and over again. So therefore, fire element represent persistency, represent consistency. So if you want to know whether your fire, if you have the yang fire, how do you know your fire is the consistency is good or not? Or maybe they're 10x their consistency if they're born in daytime. Okay, so if you have a yang fire, you need to also check, whether you what is your time of birth? Are you born in the daytime or you're born at night? If you're born in the daytime, then your yang fire quality is good. Okay, let me give a definition of a daytime. In Pater study, the daytime start from 5 a.m. Okay, 5 a.m. Remember Robin Sharma, the 5 a.m. club? Okay, so it's because start from the rabbit hour. So it start from the 5 a.m. until 4:59 p.m. Okay, so let me repeat again. A daytime in Pater is start from 5 a.m. till 4:59 p.m. Okay, guys? Yeah, so so this is the daytime in Pater. So if you have a yang fire, want to know the quality is good or not, then you can check on your time of birth to assess your consistency power. Okay, if you don't have any yang fire, there are ways to work around this. Yeah, so it could be you are using combination or using shifting palace. Yeah, I'm not going to actually share with you right now because they're more tedious, but I'm just telling you, yeah, this is a way to assess the chart. And even you don't have, right? Can you train yourself to be more consistent or not? Can you do that? Right? Thousands hours of practice. Even the same thing, you feel bored, feel mundane, you feel lonely because you're the only one doing this, right? But you know that in long run, it will create long-term great results for you. You look at all the athletes, right? They train every single day just to be faster than their competitor, maybe milliseconds. Yeah, that milliseconds make the difference between a gold medal and a silver medal. Yeah, that is the power of consistency. Okay, all right. So does it enlighten you on something or not? Or make you realize on how to create success in life? You just need to repeat a simple thing. Smart choices every single day. You just do it, and then you start to see prosperity energy slowly fall back and come back to you. And when you're able to practice consistency over time, you're also attracting the yang fire in your chart, even though you don't have one. Okay, all right, great. Someone say any meaning on different? Yes, of course, right? But of course, there are so many things we can talk about Pater. You want to talk about Pater, I can spend like whole year talking about Pater, which pillar, top and bottom, right? So we reserve that on some other point. It seems like a lot of you here interested in Pater. How many of you here interested to learn Pater? I mean, in the way that you can apply. Wow, okay, great. Okay, so just now we go through three. We have another two more to go, and then we'll share with you the bonus as well and Q&A. So let's start with the fourth one first, all right? There are 5 principles here. The fourth one, to invite prosperity, is this: resilient. Okay, so now let me ask you, are you a resilient person or not? Do you have resilience in you? Okay, great. So now, why this is important more than any other time? Because when we look at the Bazi chart for 2023, and moving forward, not only next year, moving forward, you know that, the economy downturn and so many things, right? Things are not working well. And you also realize that nowadays, what is the latest news right now? Yeah, that the Twitter, they are actually downsizing, right? They are firing people. So to Meta as well, Meta company, right? There are a lot of news coming up, right, from different sources. So you can see that nowadays, people finding hard, yeah, to looking for a job, right? So during tough time, if you have resilient, then you can succeed. Okay, so now, how do we succeed in a tough time? Yeah, do you realize that now we're already in the verge of recession right now? Do you start to see people chose to spend, not to spend anymore? Yeah, people try to conserve money. Okay, yeah, but to I spoke to a mentor last time. I say that when people afraid, like Warren Buffett say that, right? When everyone afraid, what you should do? You should spend more, right? Spend in where? Education, right? Because when you're better, when everyone is afraid, they do nothing. When you're a better person, you have more value, you can attract money comes to you, right? I say the best time to learn something to become better is when, yeah, everyone afraid, they do nothing, they conserve. So when you investing in yourself, your education, whatever subject that help you to become a better worker in your profession, I would say this is a time to do this. Okay, to become resilient on it. So now, in Bazi study, there are one system what we call Sansat Bazi, Sansat Bazi. All right, so it's an ancient Bazi reading. So and one star I particularly like, especially during tough time economy downturn. There's one star called sun. Yeah, the sun, the fire. Yeah, fire of the sun. So this is not the pink fire, all right? This is a different system. This is an ancient Bazi system. There's a sun star. So now I'm going to tell you, how do you locate? How do you locate, or how do you discover, do you have this sun star or not? Because if you have this, let me tell the benefit of having this sun star. This sun star here, if you have this in your chart, you're able to convert a tough problems or impossible problems into a manageable problems, and eventually you're able to solve it. How many of you here like this? All right, let's say a financial issues, big, huge financial issues, you're able to manage it, chunk it down, and eventually solve it. Okay, so this depends whether you have this sun or not in the chart. Okay, so and if you have this sun star in the chart, it also represent that you also attracting noblemen, especially male noblemen into your life. Therefore, you get prosperity. Okay, so now I want to show you that how do you detect or analyze whether you have this sun in your chart or not. So I think you already have the table. Do you have the table already? I sent to Telegram channel, right? A day ago. Yeah, the formula of the sun formula. Do you have this? Okay, open the formula up. Right, I want to show you how to do this. Okay, how many of you here don't have it? Type the word me. You don't have the table. Okay, some of you don't have. If you don't have, then obviously you are not in my Telegram channel yet. So now, there you go. Right, this is a channel. Go there and actually download the diagram. I'm going to use this diagram for this discussion right now. Okay, so all you need to do is just join the Telegram channel, and then you're able to download the file. I already posted there, I think 2 days ago. Okay, so I also pay attention to the chat. There's a link to my Telegram. You just join and then you just scroll up a little bit. You're able to see the Sansat Bazi for the sun. Okay. Now open it. Yeah, you have it right now. Yeah, that one is a clear one. Yeah, on the screen, I think it's a bit blurred because this screen is small. So take it out. You got the. I actually gave you the high definition version. Okay, it's a HD version. Okay, type the word yes if you're ready. Okay, I'm going to bring out the chart as well. Okay, first of all, take out your Bazi chart first. Yeah, I got to go through this step by step. Your Bazi chart, I want you to look at your day pillar. Your day pillar. Okay, so at the day in your day pillar, there always an animal sign. Yeah, the animal sign always resides here. For this person, is rooster. So now I want all of you here look at your own day pillar and look and find out which animal sign you had it there. Okay, some of you say rooster, ox. Okay, great. So let's use this example here. So for this person is rooster. All right. So once you identify this, the next thing here is look to the diagram I shared with you on Telegram. So look for rooster. Do you see a rooster here? Rooster, right? Remember just now on the example is rooster. So if your is a rooster, then what is the sun? The sun is in the dog. Okay, so now if I look back at the where is the chart already? Okay, here. So then you need to check here. Do you have any dog or not? Any dog? No. So this person don't have sun in the chart. Okay, let's use another example here. Okay, this person, the day is rooster, right? If it's rooster, what is the sun element? Which animal sign? Dog. Remember just now is dog, right? Okay. Did this person have a dog? Yes. Have a dog here. So this person have the permanent sun in the chart. So there are only 3 places you can look for. 1, 2, and 3, right? Only 3 places, very easy. So either you have or you don't. There's no half-half. Okay, only 3 places. Are you guys clear how to locate the sun animal sign? Okay, all right, great. So if you have this, then your life, there are a few things. Yeah, basically they're able to dissolve big problems, and then very likely they will attract noblemen, especially they are male noblemen. Yeah, that's the thing. And if you are female and you have this sun, you can help your husband, and you also can receive help from your husband as well. Yeah, that is nice. Okay, all right. Yeah, so this is the sun star. So that one is the permanent. If it's permanent, means that it's in your chart. Okay, it's in your chart. So it's your whole life, which is good. So, and if you don't have it, then maybe you look for the annual one, right? Like next year, 2023, the sun is in the dragon. How many of you here have dragon animal sign in your chart? There are 4 pillars. Do you have dragon? Okay, although this is not permanent, but it lasts for 1 year. So you have a dragon in 2023, which means that the sun star with you. No matter what problems you're facing, you're always able to see solution to it. And also pay attention with when you're doing networking, you might able to attract noblemen into your life, especially male noblemen. If you have dragon, dragon in 2023 is the sun star. Okay, some of you ask the love pillar counted? No. Okay, don't look at the love pillar. Okay, so the technique, the technique I shared with you just now is a technique about sun sharp method, or this is auxiliary. This is the ancient BaZi technique. So sometime you have heard about like red chamber, cascading cloud, robbery star, fortune virtue. This is another system of BaZi that talking about all these stars. Right? You have this, what it means. If you don't have, what does it mean? Okay, so this under sun sharp BaZi. Some of you ask, right, what is this system? It's called sun sharp BaZi. So do you like 生肖八字 or not? Do you like a formula and then relate to the chart? Yeah, this is yes, right? It's very easy, and then you have it. Then there's a lot of stars. Yeah, the sun only one of it. There are multiple different stars. Heavily chef, so many. If you're heavily chef, very likely you'll be fat. Okay, because they like to eat a lot. Okay, great. So if you have this star, what you need to do? Should you do more networking next year or not, guys? All right. Yes, someone asked what to do with this star. Yes, you do more networking. This attract noblemen. Should you confront your problems or not? All those bad lucks problems that you haven't solved yet. Should you actually look into it in 2023 and solve it? Maybe you have debt problems. There are so many issues. There you go. Yeah, now you know what to do with it. Okay? Yeah, when you're able to solve problem, you become happy because problem solved. Okay, prosperity is nothing more than you being happy. Great. Yeah, you need to do the action, right? You cannot wait there and then wait for someone to save you. It doesn't work like that, right? In order to activate the prosperity star, you need to do something first. Okay? All right. Great. So now, let's move on. The next one, I think, is super important, if not the most important among all the five, is contentment. This is very important. Yeah, this is even money cannot buy, right? It's happiness, true happiness, inner peace. That's the state of joy inside that able to permeate to everyone, yeah, that you have the privilege to meet with. So do you want more contentment in life, right? So there's so many ways to assess happiness. Yeah, there's so many ways. Okay, so basically there are 7. Why? Because in your Bata chart, a lot of people think they have 5 pillars: the year, month, day, hour, and luck pillar, right? But actually, all of us have 7 pillars. Okay, why this is important? Because when we talk about happiness, I don't care how wealthy are you and you have whatever you have. If internally you're not happy, you feel depressed inside, yeah, nothing else matter. Agree? Right? That's why you saw some people, they are very successful, they are very wealthy, they have have a happy family, but yet they still commit suicide. Right? So we cannot understand why it's happening because but the reality is internally they're not feeling happy. Okay, so how do we track this? Yeah, from the Bata chart. So I'm going to share with you some part of it because this one will be slightly technical. Are you guys okay or not? Technical? Right? So if you don't fully understand it, yeah, you need to be okay with it. Right? Because even some of them, they are advanced BaZi practitioner, they might not heard about this. So I want to know the concept first. Okay, about happiness, about contentment. So let me show you. Yeah, let me show you the screen again. Okay, there you go. This is the chart. So now, remember I said just now there are total of 7 pillars. So let me show you each of the pillar. The first one, this will be the first one. So this is the first pillar, second pillar, month, third pillar, fourth pillar. So year, month, day, and hour. And fifth pillar would be your luck pillar. This is a luck pillar, total of 5. And then where are the remaining 2? Is here. Life Palace, also 1 pillar. Conception Palace, also another pillar. So 6 and 7. These are the total makeup of 7 pillars. Okay, so when we talk about internal happiness, we talk about contentment. Oh, someone cannot see. Is it the screen already freeze? Okay, let me share the screen again. Okay. chill. Okay, relax. Lansing did. Okay, now can you see? Okay, where is the 6 life palace? 7 pillar. Okay, why we present this way, not like the other normal pillars, because we don't have much space, so we chose to put it here. But if you pay attention to it, it's still a pillar, right? You see, this one is yang water rat, and then the yang metal rat. Yeah, it's still here. Okay, it's a pillar. So when we talk about happiness, we talk about contentment, it's a lot got to do with the life palace. Okay, so I want everyone look into the life palace. The life palace thing here. The life palace is represent your psychological aspect of a person. It also represent the thoughts and behavior, whether you're happy or not. So so normally, how do we? There are so many ways to assess this life palace here. But the easiest way is to, I want to look at the animal sign of the life palace. Do you able to see the animal sign? Once you're able to spot it, type in the chat box. Okay, some of you, I see some tiger. So, okay, great. So now, let me show you the chart first. So there are rules here is saying that the life palace animal sign, we don't want it to clash with the year pillar. So for example, for this life palace is rat, right? You see a rat here? So if the year pillar animal sign is horse, let's say it's horse, don't you think horse clash with the rat? This means that the life palace is not stable. Are you guys clear? But this one is not, right? This one is dog. Dog and rat, there's no clash. I just give you an example because you know that the rat will clash with horse, right? Let's say this person year pillar is a horse, which means that the life palace is not at home. Okay, that is which means that it's not stable. So therefore, happiness will affect it as well. Yeah, let me ask you, how much you willing to pay for happiness? A lot, right? So this is one of the one study of BaZi when we talking about this happiness. There are much more about the life palace, right? So now we just look into clashing first. Okay, maybe I give you one more here. How many of you here, your life palace actually is a rat animal sign? Type the word me if your life palace animal sign is a rat. Okay, all right. So if your animal sign of your life palace is a rat, so normally this person are very elegant. Good news. Okay, they are very elegant, and then they have strong opinion and very hard to change their mind. Okay, great. Yeah, so in terms of health, they need to pay attention to their blood circulation. True or not? Right? So yeah, it's for you to take care. Don't worry, it's nothing wrong with you, right? So these are the life palace. I can tell you something easy, right? Because this is what you're born with. Okay? Yeah. So if you're rat, then it'll be elegant. So do you like this life palace analysis or not? Yeah, there are much more. Yeah, that's why in my upcoming new program, I'm going to talk about this life palace as well. If you're interested, I think a lot of you are already joining me. So it's great, right? We're going to talk about each of the animal signs of the life palace, right? So there are 12. Yeah, not only just the characteristic, or some of them, they are blessed with fortune, right? And some of them, they need to actually, their opportunities come early in life, not later in life. So there are very different interpretation of the life palace. Yeah, I haven't learned this before, right? Most of the time when we learn BaZi, it's about what? Just the 10-day master and the 10 gods. Yeah, but in the next level, in the ancient level, in the traditional way, we actually look at all this thing here, right? All these I would say the little thing that make the difference. So now let me ask you, is it happiness important or not? Is happiness important? So if happiness is important to you, then you need to master the life balance. Yeah, that is what I try to tell you here. Okay. All right. So now, how many of you here interested to go to the next level of BaZi? You like the way I'm teaching BaZi? You found it practical, you find easy, you find this uplifting and inspirational that allows you to take action rather than a very fatalistic view of your life. Okay, nice. Right. So can I show you a step here, how to take this forward? Okay, so now let me share with you, if you want to master BaZi, yeah, so let me share with you the secrets in mastering BaZi. Yeah, this is very important. Don't fall into the trap that most of other people do. Yeah, let me show you what do I mean by here. Because 95% of the people, yeah, they actually, when they study BaZi, they keep absorbing information. They just consume. There's a clash, there's a combination. They just consume a lot. After 10 years, they don't know what is happening. All they know is they learn a lot of stuff. How many of you here go through that before? You learn a lot here and there, but you don't know what to do with it, right? So is it something wrong with you? No, it's not. But this is what normally the 95% of the people focusing on. Okay, so and another 5% of the people, they're focusing on transformation perspective. All right, do you know that in your BaZi, not all the information is important? Yeah, the information in your BaZi chart is not equal, but a lot of people try to read everything in the BaZi. Yeah, so BaZi also follow the Pareto principles. 20% of your BaZi contribute to 80% of your results in life. Yeah, but the most mistake people make when reading BaZi, they try to read everything. Right? The real way of reading BaZi for transformation is to read what is matter to you, what is important. You guys agree? Okay, so why? Yeah, why we should actually learn BaZi right now compared to some other time? Because right now we are going through it. Yeah, we are going through a tough time, right? So it's even more we need to actually upgrade ourselves. The world are getting tougher. Yeah, we cannot wish this thing to go away, but we can wish ourselves to become better. So how do we actually do this? All right, so let me share with you one thing. The first thing, when people talk about they try to improve their life, they always keep asking, right, what I need to do to get it. Right, so but the first question you should ask is not what you need to do, because if you search Google, there's always a way to coming up 10 ways you can do to do it. Right, the first question you should ask ourselves is, who do I need to become to get it? It's not about what to do, it's about who I need to become. Because if you want to have more in your life, you need to become more, right? Because one quote from Jim Rohn, yeah, one of my favorite teacher as well. One of the words that actually changed my life, that he mentioned something like this. He said that success is not something you pursue. Yeah, it's not something you pursue something. Success is something you attract by the person you become. The moment I realized this, it's not about what to do to pursue, but who should I become to attract success, to attract prosperity, then my life changed. So basically, it's about self-reinvention. Okay, so do you understand the point here? All right, because once you actually become better on this, let me show the wheel of destiny. When the center become better, it will permeate all these benefits to the rest of the aspect in your life. Instead of focusing on each of these aspects, the central point, the center comes from this center, which is you. Can you see the wheel of destiny or not? Right in front of you. Type the word yes, if you see it. Okay. All right. So this is the thing here. So now, how many of you here want to use BaZi to reinvent yourself? Wow, so many yes here. Okay, great. So now if you want to, so let me show you a way to do this. Yeah, one way here is you can actually, the first option here, you can actually talk to me like a private coaching session. So, and then the fees for this is 2,000 US dollar, and this limited slot. As I say, I don't have a lot of slot for private consultation, because it's involved a lot of time. Yeah, but if you want to, yeah, this would be the way, right? I can coach you privately, one-to-one coaching session. Okay. So now, and if this price is too steep for you, so of course, this is one of the way. But the other option for you to learn parser to reinvent yourself, instead of going through one-to-one consultation with me, then I have a better one for you. How about I teach you how to do it? So I actually invented something I actually cannot wait to share with all of you here. Is a revolutionary parser program. Instead of using my time to consult people one-to-one, I can use my time to reach out for more people. Okay, so this is the, I think this way is better use of my time. And also for your, you need to pay a lot for this, right? Instead of 2,000 US dollars, some of you might feel that it's a bit steep. So I would say that parser program, this is the one that I'm actually going to teach. Okay, so this program is a step-by-step guided parser program for self-transformation, breakthrough, and self-happiness. Okay, so this is the thing here. And this is designed for even someone don't have any background or parser, you still can use this. So let me show you what is this program is that I created. It's called Ancient BaZi Secrets, the art of self-reinvention. And I'm going to conduct this on 10 and 11 December, 2022, so which is next month. And I'm going to conduct this via live stream. So I will share with you the information I use for my client, and then you're going to get it straight away, right? So, wow, so many of you here enroll already. Great. Yeah, thank you for that. So for some of you are thinking, right, how do you actually able to, why I created this program? Because I discovered that a lot of people takes like 10 years to learn parser, and then they cannot use it, right? So I would say that how about I use these 2 days, and then to teach you how to use it to foster self-transformation first. You become better first, right? So it's by removing unnecessary noise or extra information from the parser and just focusing on what's really matter here. Okay, so therefore I designed a step-by-step framework so you can use parser to create breakthrough in your life. Yeah, how many of you here interested to learn this? Yeah, we invest a lot of research, on this. So, and if you cannot make it to the day, there's always a 7-day replay for you. Okay, so now let me share with you the investment for this. Instead of 2,000 US dollar, right? So for a program, you can learn this via live stream. This only for 997. Okay, so now this you can learn from the comfort of your own home, and you can actually get access to remarkable information that most people don't get exposed in their lifetime. Right, like what I showed you just now, right? Not a lot of people know about the life palace and so many things else. So, and we don't just want a one-time prosperity, isn't it? We want continuous prosperity. So that's the thing. So let me show you, how the step-by-step to foster self-transformation. Would you like to know this? I can show you now the step-by-step. How many of you want to know this? Yeah, okay, all right. Allow me 5 minutes to share with you how I structure this self-transformation that works. So first of all, any kind of transformation will not happen until you assume responsibility about your life. Yeah, otherwise, you always keep blaming external forces why your life behave this way or that way, right? So therefore, the step one is to understand how to take control of your life by mastering 2 forces that shape your destiny. Okay, so let me show you what is this. So the first forces here is inner self-mastery, because if you don't change, nothing else will change. So all of us here have certain pattern. Agree? Pattern of procrastination, pattern of fear. So all of this pattern that the way we are thinking actually guiding our life, our habitual thinking. So in parser, the yin stem. How many yin stem are there? Total of 10 stems, 5 of them are yins. The yin stem represent changing the invisible. Yeah, talking about changing the mindset or changing the pattern. When we interrupt the bad pattern, then we can change the way we do things. Don't you think this is important? This is a high level information you won't get elsewhere. Okay. And then once you're able to do this, right, you're able to win the internal battle. Then we also are going to share with you a 7 alternate destiny, because we have more options than we think we have in life. Okay. So like, do you know that your Pata chart, you have 7 alternate destiny? Yeah. So have you wondered maybe you're in the wrong one right now? Yeah. It's the time to make a change. All right. This also answers the question, why someone have the same Pata chart with you, but they have a different outcome in life. Maybe they're using their alternate destiny in their life. Okay. All right. Great. So this is the first step about assuming responsibility. Once you're able to do this, then we need to focus on life transformation. Okay. So this is about life force alignment and expansion. So because if the life force, you're going to focus on life force, because if your life force is strong, right? So then I would say you have a great destiny. So, but if your life force is low, no matter what you do or try to think positive, you face a lot of obstacles. You're not going to be happy. So this is about addressing your life force. So I divided this into yin and yang. So let me show you some of the life force model here. So like I mentioned just now, this is a life and conception palace. A lot of people like this. So this one is about how to achieve greatness, okay, in life. And then the next one here is about restore your inner balance. Yeah, because once your inner balance are there using the 5 elements, then you can create inner peace, joy, state of calmness and confidence. Do you like this or not? Yeah, this is able to use the 5 elements to help you to do this, to balancing the element. And then we also talk about this part. Yeah, this is my favorite. Rediscover your passion, life purpose, and happiness using Pata. How many of you here want to do this? Want to know your passion, the life purpose? Because some people discover this too late, right? So then they have little time to pursue it. So from Pata, they can show you the direction. Okay, so this one is the yin side, right? About your feeling. On the yang side, you know that there are certain Pata chart that is recession proof. Right? How do you identify it? And more importantly, how do you imitate it? Okay, all right, great. So we also talk about health. Yeah, because without health, everything else doesn't matter, isn't it? So we're going to talk about the health trigger point. Sometimes very quickly, like just now, the light palace is a red, right? We already know that blood circulation issue. Then if you address that early, then there'll be no problem. Okay, so now, finally, the 6th one here is also, right, the luck creation secrets, about restore your winning edge, right? Because I believe that no matter how hardworking you are, if you have the luck, you can achieve more, right? So why some people are lucky than the others? The secret actually lies in the luck pillar, right? If you know how to utilize your luck pillar better, you have better luck. Yeah, that's the reason they call luck pillar. All right. Okay, do you like to learn all these things or not? Yeah, this is, if you see a very unique model, this is what we use a lot of research and a lot of experience to create your life force model for you to do. Okay, this is something very important. And again, furthermore, we're going to learn from the best. When I say we learn from the best, is we learn from the source. That's the reason I call this Ancient BaZi Secrets. Right, we will go down to the source, like the Sensha Pata. So we call this ancient wisdom resurrection. So therefore, you have all these. Some of you like the special method. This, right? If you want to learn this individually outside, yeah, they will cost you a lot of money, right? So we already do everything for you. We compile in one place. We talk about the light palace and conception palace. We talk about the 5 most powerful auxiliary stars. Remember, we talked about Sensha Pata just now. So we also talk about shifting palace. Shifting palace is for you to address the missing element in your chart. For example, like you don't have the heavenly wealth just now, right? How do you actually use shifting palace to bring it back in your chart? So these are all the Pata student must know when it comes to Pata. Okay, and much more. So some of you here are beginner. You might think, can I benefit from this or not? Even I'm a beginner, the answer is yes. Because I've been teaching since so many years ago. I know how to make even someone don't know Pata to understand and benefit from this Pata application that I'm going to teach in this class here. Okay, all right. So this is you can benefit from this even you're a beginner. Now, so this program here, so mark the date, 10 to 11 December 2022. And how many of you here already enrolled for this? Type the word me. Yeah, let me see the, wow, so many of you. Okay, I'm going to see you in this 10 to 11 December. Nice. Okay, great. So now, can I share with you something more? How about today bonus? All right, so if you enroll today, so you get this VIP access. So this access is to certain secret topic that I didn't share in the public. So if you join us, you belong to this VIP access that allows you to access a special live stream webinar talking about the 5 checkmate moves in the year of Water Rabbit. So it's next year. How do you win? So what you're going to learn in this webinar is about, do you want to learn about the next year Pazi in-depth analysis and also the 5 powerful winning move in next year? How about profitable career and business in 2023? And also things to avoid in 2023. How many of you here like this piece of information? Yeah, this is be part of the bonus. Yeah, additional bonus that if you enroll for the Pazi Ancient Secrets. Okay, all right, great. So now, how about one more bonus here? Okay, this one is about our soulmate analysis using Pazi, also a VIP access. So this is what you're going to learn from there. You're going to learn from discover your soulmate blueprint, right? So what is it like? You know, all these things from Pazi can tell one, you know. So how about boost your attraction energy without the need of peach blossom? A lot of people complain to me, I don't have the peach blossom, right? So is there a way to work around this or not? Yes, it is. So how about the new relationship timing? If you're single, or if you're right now you're attached, how do you rebuild and strengthen existing relationship using Pazi? So how many of you here find this valuable? Because I always believe that the quality of our life is our direct reflection of the quality of our relationship. Agree? Right? So I think this is a must-have. You have to learn when you want to master Pazi. Okay, so do you like all this bonus here? So now, let me share with you everything. Yeah, so I call this a revolutionary Pazi program. Yeah, because this is the first time I assemble Pazi to be taught this way. Yeah, it's a very unique program. Even you are new, if you're thinking which is the first Pazi program I should learn Ancient BaZi Secrets. And after you learn this, you are no longer beginner. You even know something a advanced student don't know. Yeah, that is so special about this program. So this is the one. And if you sign up for this, and you're going to get this bonus, like I mentioned just now, the checkmate move for next year, and you also can get the soulmate analysis. So if you add this all up, there'll be total of 1,591. Okay, for this program here. So now, if you enroll today, right, let me work out something for you. You grab everything here today. Today's offer is just for 497. Do you like this or not? Everything. So this is you're going to get this Ancient BaZi Secrets, and you get do bonus everything for 497, which give you a saving around 68%. So if you want to do this, you want to enroll for this, so that is the link, joeyup.com/abs. You want to for today, this is the offer for you. Okay, so some of you ask, will there be a replay for this? If I cannot make up to the date, there will be a 7 days replay, yeah, for this program. So for each of this, you have a 7 days replay. So if you cannot make it to the date, yeah, make yourself available so you can watch a replay for 7 days, right? You can watch it over and over again for the next 7 days as well. Okay, so don't worry about that. So now, and let me share with you one thing, right? Some of you are wondering, right? So, or you might have bad past. I keep telling everyone this, you don't need a great past to have a great future. Okay, it doesn't relate that way. Okay, so even you have a trauma, you have something bad happening to you, it doesn't mean your future need to stay that way. Okay, let you use the Pazi to help you to change. Of course, you cannot change your destiny overnight, but you can change the direction overnight. Yeah, there's a whole purpose of Pazi, and then you build to the right way from there onwards. Okay. All right. How many of you here see the true value of this program? Okay, I only teach this one time, right? So, and now you can do this online because there's still COVID-19 is still there, right? So you can benefit from this if you're overseas student as well. If you're interested, there's a link posted on the chat program right now. You can click there and then to enroll yourself on this program. This program starting next week. If you miss this, I don't think I'm going to teach the same program again. Yeah, because I like to teach new program every single time. If you follow me for quite some time. Okay. All right. Now, remember just now I promised you a bonus, right? So a special bonus. So if you enroll today, one more thing here, for the first 30 enrollment, on top of the on top of the two bonus I shared with you just now, you're going to get, if you enroll for the Pata Ancient Secret, for the first 30, you also get this special thing, what I call Achievement Prosperity Manifesto for 2023. Okay, this is, we need to limit this for the first 30. So this manifesto is personally crafted by me about achievement. It's about how do you manifest the specific instruction, right? So if you have a bad break, all this while you need to win again, or maybe your partner is not so good in 2023. You want to invite prosperity using achievement, or to usher extra luck, or to bring abundance. So this will find useful for you. Okay, so this is like a PDF version that we're going to digitally deliver to you in the month of December, which means it's next month. It's a page of a PDF file that contains instruction. How do you actually do a prosperity manifesto? Okay, so for some of you just now, say if you already registered earlier, will you get this? Yes, you're going to get this. Yeah, but for today, if you haven't enrolled yet, it's only limited for the next 30, and then we're going to close the window for this. All right. Okay. All right. So there you go. So this is a thing here. So let me summarize this for you. You will get this Ancient BaZi Secrets with the two bonuses, and on top of this, you're going to get the Achievement Prosperity Manifesto for 2023. So, and all you need to do just to enroll for this link, and all of this, you just need to invest 497. Yeah, I think you see the true value there, right? So you know, yeah, this is important to you. If you like the way I teach Pata and the information you're going to learn, we're going to serve you for the rest of your life. Yeah, it's not like just for 1 year. So I want to see the true value on it. I want to realize that your journey to making your best life start here. Okay, so if you think about how much, right? If you divide the investment into a year, 365 days, every day is only equivalent to $1.40 US dollar. Right? What can you buy with this? Right? But if you can invest this with new knowledge about Pata, that not only can transform your life, you can share with your family, friends as well. Would it worth it or not? Okay, so there you go. Finally, this is the link. Yeah, go there and then be the first 30. So you're going to get the additional bonus for it. Yeah, so the bonus is something very special. And once it's over, yeah, because this all the information on the bonus only share in the VIP access environment. Okay, so for the public, you're not going to get this information ever. Okay, all right. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. There's a link. Talk to them. I think the team is here. Mark is here. Carrie is here. Talk to them. I know some of you have questions, right? You want to say, or some of you say, I don't want to use PayPal. I want to use other form method. Yeah, talk to Carrie and Mark. They are here. Okay, connect with them. So, and some of you say, can I delay? You talk to them. All right. So, why I can tell this because I'm sure this program here will bring true value to you. Yeah, in Pata. Yeah, because once you know this, yeah, you understand yourself better. You know what trigger certain thing in your life. You know how to actually create, I would say, transformation in your life. Okay, some of you ask, can you send the link again? Okay, guys, can you type the link in the chat box? Okay, I think Mark just typed it in the chat box just now. Yeah, just click on it, secure it. Yeah, so do you enjoy today's webinar? Do you enjoy today's webinar? Do you like the information I shared today? Yeah, what I shared today is just the tip on an iceberg. The full, I would say all the great stuff is inside the program. I'm sure you like it. So now let me just make use of now to do some Q&A. I know some of you are very new of BaZi. You want to ask certain question about the topic I shared today. You can ask me now. You can type in the chat box right now. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna help you. Okay. Emmy Hill say, is it only the hour pillar or any pillar is considered as well? If you're talking about the dragon sun star. Okay, this one it can appear anywhere. It can appear in the year, month, day, and hour. Amy? Okay. All right. So okay, Kelly Lee asks if the year pillar clash with conception palace. So when you clear with your conception palace, which means that since the conception palace represent your DNA, so very likely related to health. Okay. Okay. So Gigi Lee asks, the ox in the life palace clash with animal sign 2023 lifetime clash. Okay, no, 2023 is just an annual clash, right? It's not a lifetime clash. All right. So what I'm talking about is the year pillar. If you're talking about the year pillar, it's not the 2023 year. You're talking about your natal chart year pillar. Okay, so a lot of people asking about conception palace. I chose not to talk about right now because I haven't teach conception palace yet. I'm only talking about life palace. Right? You want to learn more about conception palace? I'm going to cover in the BaZi Ancient Secrets in detail. Okay, so can we focus on life palace? Focus on what we covered so far on today's program. Yeah, so can benefit other students as well. Yeah, because if you ask certain out of topic question, then other people cannot learn. All right, try to stick with what we have this. Okay, so forget about clash and everything, right? It's too, right? I just giving you the concept, like I mentioned earlier on, right? I just give you a concept, you understand now, now you know happiness are governed by life palace. Okay, you want to know the detail, yeah, the clash implication, everything. Yeah, you want to know that, I'm going to share this in Ancient BaZi Secrets because it takes time to explain. Okay. Okay, Peggy Tan asks, is year of 2023 is water rabbit. Why is fire useful element? Cause it's counter to water. No, I'm not saying fire is a useful element. I'm just saying that fire is a wealth element. Okay. All right. Yeah. Don't misunderstood that. Okay. Jamie Yap asks, is the life palace clash with the goat year at the goat is a nobleman? Will it elevate the situation? No. The answer is no. Okay. Okay, Nylin say Fire Day Master is a good chance in money then. Yes. If you are, you know that since fire element is a wealth element in 2023, if your day master is fire, you are the wealth. All right. So which means that you're the wealth magnet. Okay, this is to answer Nalin question. Okay, MK Chong asks if own self our pillar has indirect wealth and fire elements. Does this mean have the good ideas but not able to deliver own self? No, don't look at the IW first, right? So we just concern on the our pillar. Do you have fire element or not? If you have fire element, you have a lot of ideas of making money. That's it. Okay, don't mix with IW. Where your fight only the IW is irrelevant in this context. Okay, MK Chong. So Ting say, I have two Yang fire, but I born in nighttime. Is it good or bad? So if you are Yang fire, you're born in the nighttime, the fire is not bright. But they got one exception. If you have a peak in the chart, then it's different because the peak is the ocean water that can reflect the sunlight. So even you're born at night, you're still bright. That's the only exception. This is advanced fire, five element, yeah, which I also include in the Ancient BaZi program. Yeah, but since you're asking, I'm telling you right now, Yang fire in the nighttime is not bright, right? Unless there's a peak in the chart, especially in the month, because the peak is inside got a Yang water. Yang water represent ocean water, so the ocean water can reflect the sunlight, so the Yang fire become bright again. Okay, nice. Okay, so someone asked about Think Fire Pond in the noontime, right? So let's not talk about Think Fire first because I didn't cover that in just this program just now, the webinar. So let's talk about something within the topic. Okay, you want to say fire element for 2023 making money or every year the same meaning for fire element? No. Okay, Yvonne, the fire element is only well for 2023. For 2024, it could be different elements. Okay, Sophia asked, what if a pink fire born in the daytime but still have a peak? Still bright or way too bright? No, it's fine, right? Because if your Yang fire you're born in the daytime, you have it doesn't matter whether you have the water or not. Okay, don't worry, it won't be too bright. Okay, all right. So let's see. Okay, someone asked about possible to send the invoice in SGD. Okay, that one you talk to the team, all right? On the payment related enrollment, you talk to the team. Yeah, they can actually help you forward. Okay. Okay, Manhak say I have a yin fire in the luck pillar. What does it mean? Remember, the luck pillar represents your environment. So if a fire element in your luck pillar in 2023, pay attention to what? News, the trend, what is happening within you. Because from there, you can discover wealth opportunities. All right. So I saw Lena, good comment there. Thank you. Thank you, Lena. I'm glad that you find this useful. Okay, so YC say too yang fire in the morning. Does it mean too bright with Kui water as the highest element? If too yang fire, maybe it's a bit too bright. Okay. Yeah, if I too yang fire. Yeah, yang fire normally you only need one. Because there's only one sun, right? So, okay, what does it mean it's too bright? Too bright means that you cannot see yourself. You're good in advising people what to do, but but the same situation happened to you, you might not know how to address those problems effectively because you're too bright, you cannot see yourself. Yeah, that's what it means. How many of you here like this intellectual analysis of five elements? Like the sun, there's the ocean, you reflect the sun. You like this? If there's two yang fire, what does it mean? Yeah, this is the advanced five elements. Yeah, I should talk more about this in the program, right? You give me some ideas to talk about this. Okay, nice. Okay, all right, great. Okay, so I think I answered most of your question already. So, and thank you. Yeah, thank you for spending your precious 2 hours with me here. I hope that you learn a lot from this 2-hour session. Right? Do you learn a lot? Do you enjoy the content that I shared today? Right? Do you have some aha moment, and you see life differently? I hope that you have those moments, and hopefully you also have some 7 killings moment. So there are something you're not willing to tolerate anymore. So you're going to make a change, right? Because every time you delay this, the harder it gets. Agree? As we get older, the gap actually widen and they become tougher to close it. So when you're able, if you see there's an opportunities you know is useful, you take it first. right? When everyone know about those opportunities, it's no longer called opportunities, it's called general knowledge. Okay, so I wish all of you well. Stay healthy. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you guys in my next upcoming Ancient BaZi Secrets program. So till then, I'm Iverson Lee. Take care. See you guys again. Bye bye.